Hey everybody, we're here with Jeff Halligan. Just finished Port Royal A-Main here. We're going to do a little check-in with Jeff after the feature every week here this year. See how his night went and maybe get to know him a little bit.
yeah, that's the goal
Yeah.
to do this video. I kind of brought the idea up with Rich to do a race recap every week instead of press releases, just something a little different.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what we want to do.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about your night. Let's start with that. 7th place. I know you didn't go forward like you wanted, but tell us what it was about.
Well, we did timed hot laps tonight, and we were quickest in our group, which was a positive. We came out really good. The track was really dry, dirty. Hard to get a hold of. It was a little technical, and we hit it pretty good. We were 4th overall, I think, which we did the timed hot laps by heat race, and it was a PA Speed Week format. So if it was an actual PA Speed Week race, we would have still been in a good spot, timed in 4th overall.
Yeah.
So going out late, that was pretty cool. And then we tried something for the heat race, and we were a little tight. We went 4th to 3rd, and we were just tight. And then they watered the track there before the feature.
Yeah.
The whole dynamic changed. It was different than what we've had all year. It's our second race, different than what we had all year. And we're missing something.
Right.
So,
Well, and tell people about, like, for example, you said we tried something in the heat. So you're in a situation there where you're starting in the top five transfer. You know you're the quick time. That is your opportunity to try something, right? Like
exactly.
That's
why you do that. You're starting 4th in the heat, and all you have to do is finish the top 5, and you're going to be in the redraw, top 8, or however many are in the redraw.
Right.
So that was the rationale, is we were going to try something, and it didn't work, and we kind of went backwards again for the feature, but the whole track changed, and it was just different.
Yeah. I noticed there, like early in the A-Main, you're running high in 1 and 2, you're running kind of middle 3 and 4. Maybe folks are curious, like, what goes into that decision at that point?
In the feature?
Yeah, early on like that, where you're picking your lines.
I'm really just trying to search around, try to get comfortable. A lot of times Borden got by us early. He was running the top, so I moved up top. I definitely couldn't keep pace with him up there.
Yeah.
I knew I couldn't quite enter the way I wanted to, and once you can't enter, it messes up the rest of the corner.
Yeah.
And then I started reeling the guys back in that I was racing with. Got to him, caution come out, and then I got by someone on the start, and then Chase Dietz passed me in the Zemco car.
Yeah, I think
so then
he got
the same
by the
thing.
35 car. Yeah.
He was moving around, Chase was moving around, so I started moving around and trying to find something to feel a little more comfortable.
Okay. Last week a podium, started on the front row.
Yep.
Podium, good run. Good night. But how do you feel about the car and the team after 2 weeks? You've had speed.
Well, we've been trying a couple of things. It's hard to try a couple of things because we're in the middle of April now. It's our second race, and you got to be careful when you're trying things. And a lot of guys are racing a lot. The better guys are racing a lot. The better guys are in Florida and such. So they get them laps under them early. And for us, we're just trying to. It feels like you're playing catch up a little bit.
Yeah.
Is what it feels like.
And it's a good segue to kind of maybe the next question I was going to ask you is, your off season's like 5 months almost. You're out of the seat, right? You guys went and tested in March at BAPS. That's your first, chance to break off the rust. Then you get a couple of weeks of nothing, and now you got 2 back-to-back weeks. So, like, how do you get sharp quick? I'm sure it comes back to you like riding a bike, right? But there's no room for error against these guys.
I feel like driving the car at a good speed is like riding a bike. But I feel like racing in dirty air and getting that feeling back is just a whole nother animal, because you make a mistake and they eat you up. And that's what happened to me last week. On the start, you just made a mistake, kind of a little too slow on the entry, and before you know it, you're sitting 3rd coming out of turn 4 on the first lap.
Yeah, blood
Stuff
and water,
like that
like
happens.
sharks. Yeah, absolutely. So with your off season, did you guys make many changes? What did you focus on in the off season because you had a really good year last year, but
decent
how
year
do you get
last
better?
year.
Yeah.
It's hard because you want to, kind of circle the wagon a little bit, but you're also not satisfied with how you're doing, so you have to be careful what you choose. This year we changed cars, and this is a new car. We bought it from Rudine.
Okay.
And we ended the year with a Maxim last year, but this car's way different.
Okay.
It just has a total different feel, and I like it. And we just gotta get it good. And Port Royal is one of those tracks where if you're not right there, it shows. I feel like.
And like you said, the track here can be different almost every week. So there's you can never kind of get comfortable with the same thing. You're always working to get comfortable in the car to get it comfortable with the track. So yeah. Now, other thing, I guess, off season, real quick. You have some new partners that came on board this year. One of whom I think we've got right in the middle of the lens there, but Fleet Reps, and I know you got Jake's back and all of that, but maybe talk about some of your folks who've come on to help you out this year.
Yeah, we got Fleet Reps on. We got J&S Classics on. They came in at about a month or two ago, and it was a real help for us to get us in a good situation to get ready for the year. And it feels like we're playing a little catch up, but I'm very thankful for both of them.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for our sponsors coming back: Alloy Wheel Repair, Jake's Carts, Rister Motorsports, Jim Howard's Maple Syrup, TreeCenter.com, EMM. I mean, there's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sponsors, and without them, it's so hard to do it. Even the little ones, they come in handy big time.
Absolutely. Every little one counts. So
it takes a little army of people to make it go.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's no business out there, no matter how small they are, should feel they can't get involved in the sport. Yeah, absolutely. Now, I notice here, just kind of keeping an eye on the background, like you guys are doing a lot of work, a lot of prep just to put the car away, right? Like, so they're doing some work with the injectors, which we see every week. Maybe educate folks a little bit on like what has to happen there to load it up. What do you guys go through with the injectors?
Well, pretty much this is all prepping to wash the car.
Okay.
Because we don't want any water to get into the motor. We don't want any water to get on the electronics.
Okay.
So all this is just prep to wash the car.
Prep to wash the car.
And fog the motor down. So if there's any residual alcohol in there, we want to get that out.
Gotcha.
Stuff like that. Brian Hill, he takes care of the engine, so he's checking the plugs.
Okay.
Checking the RPMs, looking at our RPM tach and figuring out where we're missing. Everybody does their part to try to get a little better.
I was going to say, you got a good group around here that've been with you for a while, and everybody seems to know their thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So, okay. So what we're going to do every week, we're going to try to wrap these up with a question that's not about racing.
Okay.
Where we can get to know Jeff. The key is I don't tell him what I'm going to ask him. So we'll see. The hot button debate on social media, any given day, somewhere in the world, is should the toilet paper roll go over or under?
It's funny, I never knew it was a thing till like 3 years ago. And when it became a debate, I think during COVID, everybody was talking about it.
Right.
I never did it, but ever since then I started doing it over, which is the right way, which is what I was told.
It is the right way. And you know why it's the right way, actually? If you look up the U.S. patent that was filed on a toilet paper roller, the diagrams have the paper going over. So there you go.
That's a cool fact.
You learned something.
Yeah.
So, all right?
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you, Jeff.
Thanks.
Thanks for watching, everybody. And see you next week after the race.
Thank you.
Good night.